Go ahead, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Clint. Thank you, Mark. I'm so glad all of you guys are here for this fight night. Is it really 62? Oh my gosh.
It's
That's
62. I
crazy.
looked it up last night because I didn't remember where we were either.
Well, thanks for
That's
the
crazy.
invite.
Yes.
Absolutely. Glad to join you. Glad to join.
Yeah, yeah. So these are fights that we've done from Starfighter, and I think some of our guys from Virginia did pretty well, if I'm not mistaken,
I
and
did.
just really nice. And so I heard all kinds of really good things, but I've not seen any of the fights.
Well, let's dive right in. I can tell you the first one is myself and Jay Madden in exotics. So I put this one in particularly for Mark because there is a staff and good use of a staff in this.
Very nice.
I'm excited. Let's go.
So Jay
Awesome.
is, Clint can probably tell us more, but he's SCA. He's the number one standard fighter in TSL right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jay is originally from New England. He lived in Texas for many years. He's been part of the SCA for 20 plus years. He is a
Yeah.
steel rapier fighter. He does hold the highest accolade in the SCA for that particular discipline. It's called a Master of Defense. And Jay was one of the premier Masters of Defense when the SCA created that order.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's also one of the smartest fighters you'll ever face.
He's incredible to watch. I always love watching him.
And staff is a new weapons form for him, believe it or not.
And
Oh,
it's not a common weapons choice because well, a lot of becauses, but a big one is you're kind of handicapping yourself on range and technique in some instances. But I always like it because like I feel like I want more people to start jumping outside the box a little, and
Hmm.
getting into some of the more challenging weaponry, and that's definitely a
challenge.
challenge.
Yeah, challenge. Have fun with it. Oh, that's so nice.
Now, is hilt legal in this?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Hilt's proof against Saber. So, and currently in the last rule change, we also took hands off the targeting valid targets.
Okay.
So it's got to be above the wrist
Above
counter.
the wrist. Got it.
That's new.
So they had a little chat there. I just edited that out for y'all.
All good.
And Jay actually declined his point because while I did thrust to his thigh, he did stab me in the neck as well. Great honor.
Really
Yeah.
good. So good. When I got a chance to just spar a little bit with him at Combat Con, and he's so fun.
Yeah, Jay is actually one of the few combatants that will call a point against himself if he touches himself with his saber blade.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have a dirty habit of doing that to myself too. So
Same.
I like to keep myself honest, but I hate myself for it. I wish I was mean and sneaky.
That was
See, and
perfect.
Oh
I love his
wow,
no,
that's a good point.
I love his Doctor Doom outfit because it always reminds me that I got my freaking Reed Richards hair.
It is a good looking saber fighting outfit.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Doom. My brother was always into the Fantastic Four, but I always thought he's kind of a hokey character. It's a badass get up for saber fighting though.
It
Saber
really
fighting is
does
awesome.
translate well. I mean, the hood hides the Hema
Yep.
mask. Just
Yeah,
serves its
yeah.
purpose very well. And
It's almost got like a Robin Hood effect. It's pretty neat.
Mhm.
I'm kind of jealous.
actually, that's
Oh,
one of the really good things about the Maddens. Jay's wife Lauren and
oh
he
yeah.
often do tag team, and every year at nationals they come up with a different duo, and
Oh,
it's
cool.
almost like a thing that everybody's looking to see what the Maddens are going to come as for their tag team duo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
They're very creative, and you can tell that by the way that he fights, how creative he is, his sense of humor.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, yes. Oh, wow.
I can see Tim Schock and Jared Graham are some of our line judges in this bout, and Melanie Graham, of course, is directing. I don't know who the two line
This
judges
was
are.
the third, fourth place fight for Exotics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, we got Andy Cameron.
Yeah. Let's see, Andy.
I mean, honestly, at this point, like I'm still having fun, but I was actually kind of offended. I was like, how is somebody with the staff keeping up with me? Of course, I just lost to
Jade
Alec
is
earlier, so I
slower.
was getting a whole, all my pride knocked down that day.
Mm.
Well, you got somebody who's really good at range control.
Oh yeah.
There is a mild defensive edge to the double bladed that, like, if you start to get good with it, you start to understand that you have some leverage advantage there with that shorter range on defense. However, offensively, it really is a handicap. It's really hard. But man, he's got some counter fighting skill there.
Well, the good thing in the TSL is actually you can do it in SLK too, but you can one hand that, so that can bring a little bit of that range back.
Right,
Because when you one
right.
hand it, it's just as long as one handing a pike, which you can do in TSL, but not in SLK.
Yeah, yeah. That's key. That's key. That's a
So
good
this
fight.
is you're gonna really like this one though. This is Christy coming into her own, and so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Against Vince.
Looks like Vince and Christie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she's got some new blade work she's doing there.
Yep. Aggressive
She's been
Christie.
fierce recently.
It's that confidence because she's running her own program now.
Hmm.
Her and Vince down there.
I mean, Vince is a great
And like,
fighter. So
yeah,
had I bet on this
She's
ahead of time, I would have definitely, said Vince would have just clobbered her, but she hangs right with him.
man, she's really aggressive in this fight.
And she's moving well laterally. She stepped back. She's dodged that.
He's made so much progress. If I have to say, of all the TSL fighters that I'm most proud of with their progress, Christie would have to be in the top three, if not the very top.
She's definitely got some. Yeah, I agree with you. Like a student's mindset,
Always working.
She's like not keeping her blade static now. She's moving it around a lot. She's threatening with the blade. She, like you said, her lateral footwork is now mixing in with her front and back. She's using the whole clock, in other words.
Right. He's not linear.
Well,
Yeah,
footwork's
yeah.
saving her here because Vince is lightning fast. I mean, you will not find a quicker fighter.
Right, and Vince is very much the type of person that likes to use like a single shot if he can get it in, or a quick two-piece combo. He's not there for the Darth Maul lightsaber fight. He's there to cut you down quickly.
Yep.
in and out. His costumes are good now.
I like Vince's costume when he wears his full kit that he made, though. I like that better.
Yes. Yeah.
The purple's a good look for Vince, I will say.
Yep.
Not that this looks bad. I really love it when he has his full thing
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Liz is judging. Brian's judging.
Andy's dropping his batons.
We can make fun of him. Oh.
I feel like Christie has taken over the ring.
She is, but it looks like Vince is ahead by one right now.
Yeah.
But that's tight. That wouldn't have
Very.
happened a year ago.
Yeah, very tight.
And Vince has been doing a lot of HEMA training.
Mm-hmm. I will say the judging is very snappy in this match. I like that. I can't stand boring and slow judging. It's got to be fast and accurate, and that's what I like. It looks like you guys are right on top of it.
He's controlling the ring.
Yeah, she's put him in the
Very
corner.
much.
Vince has got
She has
nowhere to go.
reduced his playing field by 90%.
It's
Cut
working
him
for her.
down to the very, very pocket. Yeah. Oh my God, it's incredible. Just suffocating his space. Ooh, good try for the head there.
Ooh, tied up.
Yep.
Wow. It looks like Christie's handling the actual cardio of fighting so much better than when she
Oh yeah,
started out too.
and she breathes now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, and she's
Yeah.
gotten so much stronger and
Hmm.
the speed has increased. Everything is just tighter and faster, and you can tell she's keeping up really well. Vince, I'm sorry, dog. It sounds like I'm just glazing the other side here, but
Well, we're used to talk. Vince gets a lot of love. We talked
I
about Vince
was
a
gonna
lot.
say we're interested in progress around these parts, yeah. And
This is Gumby. We expect this from him.
All right, sudden death.
oh man, wow. I'm not gonna lie, the anticipation is very, 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 very intense right now.
Good movement. Whoa, way to escape.
Oh my God, this is right out of a movie, man. I love it.
Yeah, he hit her in the fingers there, and then she got the legit target.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got the
Man,
spot mark.
oh
So I
man,
told you that was something special.
that was good.
Really nice.
That was really fun.
All right, Alec Martinez versus Michael Sprague. So I missed the first part of this one, but we're like a quarter of the way in. It was still worth putting in.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I know Alec, but I've met Mike a few times, obviously.
Alec really, or literally, wrote the book, so he's a fantastic fighter out of Florida, Orlando
Is
area, I
that
believe.
Anthony doing the center judge there?
No, that is Stephen Blaylock, and
Oh,
looks
Steven,
like
rather. I'm sorry.
Anthony is cornering for Sprague. You got
Okay.
Michael Mendoza over there, Gavin
Yeah.
out of Tennessee on the left, and I don't know who else.
Okay. Yeah, Steven did the Columbus tournament. Anthony did as well. And
Yep.
we were just talking the other day about how we thought their forms were super, super good.
Hmm.
You like Alec Martinez's kill. It's always sharp.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look at the little jab underneath.
I agree with these three judges. Red point.
So this is kind of when Sprague decides he's going to pull a Roland.
Blue point.
What, eat the blade?
Wait and see.
I agree these two judges. Red point. Fight!
So there's like 30 seconds left at this point, and Sprague's just trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Alex is another one of the top 5 fighters in TSO.
He is.
Yeah.
I think he's the top. I'm almost certain he's in the top 10, definitely.
Yep.
But I want to say top 7, top 5.
Greg's
They had a chat about that one. That thrust was a little bit low.
Judges cannot collaborate on what happened. We're going to throw that point out. It was a
It's just balls. Whatever. Oh yeah, Sprague went for it.
I mean,
there,
that is
man.
some scary stuff when you got a man that size charging like that.
Jeez,
I'd
yeah.
back up too.
Oh my god. There he goes again.
Yeah.
I'm coming, man. Oh.
I agree with all my judges. Red point. Fight!
I got one over here.
I agree with those judges look like simultaneous to me. First of the match. Okay? Last exchange. Fight!
Oh.
Wow.
That was pretty close. I would have given it to Alec
I
though.
agree with this judge. It looked like
Yeah.
the bench came down right before blue hit.
I mean, Mr. Blaylock, that's his first big event. He's trying.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also the angles too. We're looking at one angle. We have no idea what they saw on those other
Exactly.
sides.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people forget,
Fight!
and Brian and I are the first to tell you, line judging is difficult. Directing is just as difficult as fighting.
Yeah.
Great honor.
Yeah,
So,
man,
Sprague-
good honor call there at the end.
Fighting
Sprague
is the
took
easy
it.
part if you got the cardio, fighting's easy. Judging is hard no matter what. Very difficult. And I was thinking about this just through that match too. Like a lot of those points were difficult. Thinking back to a couple months ago in Columbus, like I've been judging and competing in martial arts for a long time, and it's still like it hits me every time like how difficult. You got to be so on. My body was just as tired as my brain was after judging all day.
I get way more
You know?
tired line judging or directing than I do fighting.
Oh
usually.
my god, dude, my knees and my brain like both needed Advil afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Some people are just truly insane and fight and direct for an event. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, that's
Ryan McKenna.
Plenty of people that do that.
Yeah.
Bobby does it too.
Yeah, Bobby's a ninja warrior.
Yeah, the Ninja Warrior. So yeah.
Let me just point out that Cash versus Mendoza sounds like a great like bro comedy sitcom.
So this is Lane Cash out of the Freedom Fighters. This was his first tournament ever, and he really did well. There's a lot of potential there. And Michael Mendoza is one of our guys, and he always showed a lot of potential. He is impressive.
I don't know if I've met him yet.
I don't know. I don't
You
think he
need to
made it
fight
to Arnold.
You need to
No,
fight
he
him.
definitely wasn't there.
He's black belt in kendo, does Screama.
wow.
He's a
Okay.
package. So here we go.
For his defense.
Lane reminds me of me when I started, just super aggressive and super quick. I'm not as quick as I used to be, and I'm less aggressive now, but I know more things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trade
you
off.
can tell in his footwork, just watching him with his foot movement.
Yep.
We're just bouncing over there. Looks like a younger version of Chico.
Chico's not even that old, is he?
No, he's not, but this is the younger version. Lane's only 22, so.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Oh, what I wouldn't give.
Roland, you hearing these puppies saying what they're saying?
I think I'm still the youngest one in this chat,
You
but
are.
I think so. I think so.
That was like 20 seconds and 5 points against a great fighter.
Yeah, that was very, very fast.
You are going to see me run over here in a second. I had some things to tell Michael.
Okay.
I don't know where I was
You told
before
him to
that.
be
Probably
aggressive,
chasing
right?
Matthew.
You told him to be aggressive, right?
No, I told him what to watch for.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at Mendoza's slow. Ugh, such a pretty fighter.
He is.
He is very steady.
Very nice, Ryan. Very sneaky.
Oh wow.
I fear you underestimate the sneakiness.
Let me change your socks.
Hawaiian Punch was his favorite drink. I'm telling you, man, that you right in there, just snuck right in there to change his socks. It was great. Oh man, that was a tough point to call. How many judges are you guys using? 5?
4 judges and a
Oh,
director.
4. Okay,
Yeah,
plus a
so
director.
5 in total.
That was good. Also good.
Oh, oh, damn, that was that kendo for sure. That was lightning. Did he get credit for that point?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, you can tell he's sort of like switched gears a little bit. Damn.
Where's Lane skipping into the ring?
I mean, Lane just wants to attack, 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 and he's super fast, so he gets away with it right now.
Yeah.
I told Sprague to send him over to me.
I'm sort of you said his name's Mike Martinez?
This is Michael Mendoza.
Mendoza rather. Mike Martinez, the guy I used to work with. No, I'm really sort of into his style right now. I don't
He's got
even care
great
who's winning
defense.
or losing. I'm just sort of into his like I don't know. His whole thing is working for me right now. He's
Mike's
become my
very
sociology or my anthropology experiment right now.
Well, and this was the finals of the redemption bracket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm telling you, Mark, if you ever get a chance, you really need to fight Michael. You will have so much fun.
You would.
yeah.
I was gonna say that
I
as
think
far
I
as-
would.
he's very deceiving, right?
Yeah.
He's a very wide, thick guy. He's built very solid, but he's very fluid with his movement.
And quick.
I was gonna
Quicker
say
than you'd
you
think.
said why. He looks like he knows things about what's going on. You know what I mean? Like he looks like his computer's working at the right speed.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a ballerina dancer practically. He just moves perfectly.
Yeah, man, for sure. This is a very interesting fight all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
That first like 5 points was so fast that it you didn't really get to appreciate what was going on.
Yep.
That second situation there was a
It's a
lot
completely different
more.
fight.
It was totally different. Wow, interesting. Very
This is
interesting.
the fight that Ryan's been waiting for.
No, this is the fight that I do every tournament. Bobby and I dance more than if we were partners at a ball. Um, so it's world champion Bobby Zavala versus me. This is the third and fourth place for standard. But yeah, we do this a lot.
Ryan is my red fighter. Are you ready? Ryan is my blue fighter. Are you ready?
Oh, we got a hockey jersey. Big fan of saber fighting in a hockey's jersey. Just saying. Let's see. Oh, you said standard. I don't know why in my head you said
Yep.
exotics.
Let's go, Bobby. Let's go.
He would appreciate that.
Oh, start calling you Spryan. Jeez.
I know. That was amazing.
I don't know if I could jump like that.
I've been trying to get back in shape with limited success.
You better be a snake if I'm gonna jump like that, man.
Well, at least my calves didn't give out. I didn't face plant in the middle of the arena this time because that's happened.
You guys measuring each other. I love watching this. Now I can't.
We need cameras with electric fences around them.
Little taser in front and shock somebody like catapult.
Yeah, man, for sure.
There. I love your chess match. That's
Now, Ryan, I got to ask: was your plan to be more aggressive in this situation, or were you?
Bobby's so
Did you have a
athletic.
plan?
I do. So Bobby's crazy athletic, and you know he will try to use that. So with Bobby on this fight, I was trying to lay back a little bit more, but
Okay.
sometimes it gets the better of me, and I push in. I mean, we
I think
normally,
the
other than
pushing
one
in was
time,
kind of working.
yeah, one time when he blew me out in Florida, but the rest of the time our matches are normally within a point.
Yeah. Well, he's not like uncomfortable being backed up, but you can tell he wants to get away from the wall. You know what I mean? Like he wants to make his angle.
Also, his defense is about as solid as anybody I've ever fought.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
very,
if you
very
watch it,
good.
every time I go in, he parries that time.
Yeah, he's very good. See, I'm not as patient as both of you are showing right now.
Oh, believe me, there's not much patience in my head. Just what I've learned.
Oh, damn.
the slide.
I was proud of that one, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, and it wasn't you sliding.
Right?
Oh! All judges, blue corner.
Very nice.
2, 3. 21 seconds. Right.
I felt like if this was like this would generally be a higher scoring match, but you guys are like not letting each other breathe.
Yeah.
I mean, the measure is good. Parries are good. It's
Final stage.
Yeah, it's working very well for both of you.
got Alex Sexy Butt in front of us.
Always a chess match.
I remember being sad about that. I had it planned that I was going to step offline and win a game, and I blew it early.
Oh, who gets? Did he get that point?
Blue points.
He did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree, but that's okay. So now we're at sudden death.
What is it, 3-3 or 4-4?
I think it's 3-3 right now.
Yeah. That's like very low scoring. And that's not an insult. Like I said, that's like you guys are so at a stalemate pretty much.
At least I'm still in a good headspace. When I'm doing crazy, like fun stuff like that, at least I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Nobody's really doing anything suicidal.
Like I
That's
said, we've done this a lot.
yeah.
That was pretty sick there.
Yep.
That was nice. And you made him.
It
You
was
each dropped
funny the camera angle, he was holding his hand up and the black was blending in and it looked like his arm was cut in half. And I was like, oh my God, it's real.
No.
Oh man.
So they didn't find that one clear enough, so we're doing it again.
Okay. So if you drop your saber or get disarmed, does a halt immediately get called or are you allowed to play through the point?
You're allowed to play it through.
That's what I thought.
But that wasn't a disarm. That was I stabbed him and I let go of it so I wouldn't hurt him.
Oh, okay. Ryan, I don't know if I've ever seen you back up that many steps in a row.
Ever.
I was having fun, man. I went through my little Form 5 kata right there.
I know, I saw.
Oh,
Like, damn, 3 steps back, Ryan? What?
I got him on the inside of the
man.
arm. Quick shot.
Nice.
oh, Jared Graham.
Oh,
This is the first place match. This is Jared Graham versus Jay Wu.
I need a
And-
cigarette after that last match and a cold shower. Damn.
So Jay Wu won it last year, and we'll see who wins this year. He's kendo, so he does kendo, and he does a bunch of longsword stuff, I think. And he's very highly ranked in that too. Jared Graham was previous world champion at TSL.
And just so much fun to watch.
Just a fun guy in general.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, yes.
He said this is for first and second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chu has very quick feet.
Yes.
That's a kendo background.
Mm-hmm. I've tried to imitate that, and I have not quite got it down yet. He also keeps his feet usually in line, except he will plant and turn sideways right before he launches.
Jared's so big, man. He can cover so much ring
He's like a younger
so
Sprague.
quickly.
He's very athletic too.
Yeah. How tall is Jia Wu?
He's maybe an inch on me, like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say there seems to be a big height difference, and I didn't think it was just the crest on the helmet.
Crest. No, I think Jared's at least like 6'1".
Yeah.
6'2".
He's
tall
Sprague
guy.
size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely great size. Thought Jay Wu might be like an inch taller than me, so probably 10.
And I think actually it's Jay Wu and Bobby Zavala coming up with the belt match here in the next couple.
You are correct.
We drove 6 hours. Got there at like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning their time. Slept for like 4 hours. Did this event. Drove 5
I
hours.
love this dancing actually. The tension
Yeah.
between.
Again, not much in the way of suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
don't get
nice
this
to
far without being
see.
smart.
Yeah.
And these are both very smart fighters. I got Jay there.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
Yes, sir, Mr. Director, sir.
Blue.
Yeah, I saw blue for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was working judging with the kids this past week, and we kind of judge every class a little bit here and there, and the seriousness varies depending on their moods and what time we do it in class. But they got like real upset this week when like they would disagree with each other, and I was like, no, but that's like okay, like it's totally fine. Like you have to make the decision and stand by your decision. Like if you saw it, then you saw it. I don't have your eyes. You don't have
Right.
their eyes. So
You're
just trust
exactly
yourself,
right.
and it's okay to disagree. And then I was giving like make sure that like Clint just said like, you're wrong. Like the director, like you have the power to make a decision. Like so don't be afraid to use that power and
Exactly.
like especially when nobody agrees, like tell us what happened then. Um, and it was kind of eye opening for a couple of the older ones because they were like, oh, like I'm kind of learning martial arts without actually doing the martial art. It's wild how that works. That's like
Yes.
watching is just as valuable as doing sometimes.
Actually,
And you,
almost sometimes more.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
you learn to see so many different things as a fighter. When I'm judging, I'm looking for a completely different set of things. And so then when I
Sure.
become a I am so I'm looking. Oh, that's right. That's why they're saying. That's why A, that my judges are missing this, and B, I need to do
Mm,
different things every single time.
yeah. Yeah.
For me, I normally pick out another line judge in there and I have a little combat like challenge with them on who's right more. I can't
I
help
mean,
it. I'm sorry.
one of the things that Ryan coined a phrase a couple years back, and it's a thing that we should use more commonly, and we certainly do on the East Coast. You're going to get gifts, and you're going to get robbed,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
and that's
Oh
just the
yeah.
nature of the game. Ryan and I have been, directing for some time now, and unless I am out of the loop, we're not making two, three, $400,000 a year to be paid.
Oh
And
my
then you
God,
got
no.
the professional referees who are being paid that amount of money, and they still
Oh
make
yeah.
mistakes. So
Yep,
at the end of the day, this is a hobby, and I'm glad that for the most part, most of our participants, you know, they might
they get
be
it.
heated for the moment, but they do take it in stride, and it's always a good thing to keep a reminder that on any given day, we're not perfect. We just try to do our best.
Yeah. Not only are we not making money, but we're usually paying money to do it.
You
So
got
Oh,
it, man.
And I mean, when it comes down to it, and this is what I tell myself, because over the years I used to get all salty. If the ref didn't make the call, then it's my fault because I did not make that shot clear enough, and that's
clear
on
enough.
me. That's not
Yeah.
on the ref. If the ref's
That is
here to
that
do
is
the
the
best he
right
can, it's your
that is the
job to
right.
get that point, and not only get that point, but show the ref that
Yeah.
point. And that makes a
Well,
huge
and
difference too.
to your point, Ryan, that's largely the way I wanted, and that's the way the most effective matches in the continuous fighting at the Arnold. That's the way they went down. Were the people who were more convincingly trying to make it apparent they were winning. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you are. you are selling the judges on yourself, right? Like you are a salesperson in that you're not a fighter, you're a salesperson. I am winning this match. That's what you have to sell them. And in MMA and boxing, kickboxing, you have like something called a knockout or a submission that you can use to your advantage. But like in
Yeah.
saber fighting, we can't do that. You can't show you're winning by knocking somebody out.
I
So
mean, you can pick him up on a pike and toss him out of the ring.
right, right, right. Well, to your point, weapon superiority is the only way to convince the judges that you're winning. So,
Oh yeah.
and weapons being your whole body, not just the lightsaber. You know.
True. I know for
Uh,
me specifically, I mean, again, coming from a stage combat background, coming from
yep. Yep.
performance, making sure that my weapon has a sight line, has an eye line for where that judge is going to be, so that they can see that this
Mm-hmm.
is where that point is. It took me a little bit to get used to that, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Why am I hiding my hip? Their arms are both, they're two-handing the weapon, and I'm right between both of their arms. No judge can see anything that I do on the inside, but they're hitting me on my outside arm. I'm hitting them beforehand, but they're not seeing that head on the inside.
That's
So I got to make
interesting.
sure, the judges see where
I
my
mean,
hits are.
we could do a
Yeah.
whole chat on just how to to work the ring and the judges. But I mean, even when there's judges that you know that you like in there, you can turn that fight so those judges can see the ones that you trust more. All that
Mm.
matters.
I've heard MMA corners like, especially when you have like a really good wrestler who can pick the other person up and put them where they want them in the ring.
Hmm.
I've heard like corners yell to their fighters before, like, toss them in front of that judge and go like take them down in front of that judge. Start your ground and pound over there so that judge sees you because
Mhm.
that's the angle you're going to win right now. And you can't do that like if the fight is really close. But if you're starting to pick up momentum and you start to do something like that, you can really swing the momentum in a big way. You
Oh yeah.
know, so it's very very interesting how in saber fighting how it works without like the damage aspect.
Right.
It's all about the technique and the application of timing is a big deal in that case.
Mm. I mean, so if there's a judge, I don't really look for judges I do like. I look for judges that I don't like. I literally park that judge I don't like behind my butt,
Yep.
and
Yes.
it's good.
Yeah.
And then I try to make it as clear as possible after that.
It's funny. It's funny. Do we have another one?
That's it.
Man.
I
Oh,
try to
I
make these a
want
little bit
more.
shorter than I used to. I mean, we used to be here for like 2 hours, and
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
I do like 30 minutes of footage, and then we BS about it for another like
No,
20 minutes.
that was very good. Actually,
Really
um,
appreciate it. Really nice.
very just
Nice.
overall like some of the more quality fights I've seen lately. So
Yeah.
very impressed.
Well,
And you
thank
got a
y'all
chance to
so
see
much. Oh, go ahead.
Mendoza and no, I was just gonna say we got you guys. You didn't get a chance to see Mendoza fight all that often, and to see Christy and Vince fight and stuff like that. That's really cool. So, no, thank
Yeah.
you both, Mark, Clint. We really appreciate you guys jumping
Thanks
on here.
again. Thanks for letting us.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
So much
Yep.
fun. And I'll see at least Ryan in 2 weeks.
Unless Roland wants to come up, I mean, I got an extra room.
I know that's true, Roland. We did he did pay for Chico.
Hmm.
So you guys can hash that out between you, but there is an extra bed in the Airbnb for you.
Yeah, I've
La-
had some things come up, so probably not this time. But I love you guys, and that I want to be there for you.
All good, all good. I made 150 pot stickers last time. I'm thinking about doing the same thing. We ate them all in about 2 hours. So
See, now you're tempting me even
I was
more
like,
now.
what's with this with dumplings? No, no, no. You can't do that. You're gonna pan fry them?
Well,
No,
Clint,
that's
you
not
can
gonna
come up with me if you want.
I did.
Just
I did.
saying.
I pan fried them. They were 50% venison, 50% pork, and
Oh,
100% fucking
dude.
delicious.
So yeah, we just I turned the whole one I got last year into Cajun sausage, which was gone in like a week. Kielbasa, Italian
Oh,
sausage,
nice.
and I've got the breakfast sausage I'm saving for Praxium.
Oh,
Uh,
so nice.
So
I made
good.
can't
up
wait
my
for that
own
one.
breakfast sausage last year, and then this year I used a prepackaged bratwurst mix. But I think next time I'm gonna do my own bratwurst mix. It was good, but I feel like I could do better.
So you'll appreciate this. Mark. So I'm there, I'm like cutting it, and I kept the venison a little bit frozen so it would cut easier. And
Yeah,
Chico
yeah.
was here with me, and I'm sitting there cutting. And I was like, slip. I was like, hey Chico, take over cutting. He's like, I saw it. I'm like, I know you did. I got my like thumb on my finger. I'm like going
Oh
to the
no.
bathroom. So I wrap it up. Come back out. Jen's like, what'd you do? I'm like, oh, it's just a little bit bleed. I'm
Add some
got my super
protein.
glue there. I take it off an hour later. I'm getting ready to super glue it. It starts spurting blood. I'm like, shit.
Oh
Wrap it up again.
no.
Wait 2 hours. Unwrap it again. I'm like, I have super glue. Starts burning again. I'm like, oh man. I wrap it again. I was like, hey, I gotta go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor.
Oh,
I get there. I unwrap it. It doesn't do anything for like 2 minutes, and then it starts spurting. I was like, okay, now I feel better
oh
because I was getting
no.
mad.
Plus,
Is
there
that
was
the
the GalaxyCon weekend where we
Oh
had a
yeah.
tournament,
Well,
and
I
he
didn't
couldn't
fight in
fight
that
that
one though.
tournament.
I didn't fight on that on purpose. I directed it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he,
What
he
did you
was good.
shoot
He was
that?
this far from ready to fight, even with the thumb.
I was fighting left-handed like in practice stuff. I mean, I could do
Oh
that.
no. I'm like so careful when I'm cutting up deer, man, because my knives are like lightsaber sharp, and
Uh-huh.
I'm so careful. But dude, the last deer I was cutting up, I was unzipping the jacket off him,
Hmm.
and I was wearing my little rubber gloves, and my knife just looked at my glove wrong, and it started bleeding through, and I was like, oh crap. My daughter, she's 5 years old. She's like, Dad, did you cut yourself? And I was like, this is the moment where I either lie to her and
No.
right
Nah,
and
just
like
own
try
it.
to be tough. I was like, no, yeah, no, I definitely cut myself, kid. Like it's really bad. Can you go get like the band-aids and
Go,
dude,
go get mom.
Go get mom.
uh, like, do you know the number for 911? That whole thing went through my head. Like, oh my God, am I going to have my 5-year-old drive me to the emergency room?
Yeah.
But no, like, I'm usually very careful, but like, I was just extra careful with sharpening that knife, I guess. And
Yep.
my knife my finger just decided to look at it wrong, like,
It only takes a half second.
oh
Just
my
slips the
God,
wrong
dude.
way. Like when I went to the emergency room, they're like, "Are you left-handed?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, how did you cut it like that?" I'm like, "I cannot answer that question."
It just fix me.
The thing is, like, I cut like 300 pounds of venison last year. Like,
Hmm.
and one time you cut it yourself, and
Yep.
it's real bad. That being said, you ever got a deer you need cut? I like getting the reps in, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy to come join you. And we gotta get you up in a tree stand here sometime. I
Oh,
always
anytime.
forget that I always forget you like to do that same stuff I like to do.
You're welcome to come here anytime you want as well. I mean,
Mm.
we did not get enough last year, so there's too many running around here.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I didn't
Mark
get the
needs
second doe I wanted to
some
last year.
Virginia. Needs some Virginia deer in him. Yeah.
You know what? Uh, I was thinking like the Virginia deer, like it's called the Virginia white-tailed deer. Like
Hmm.
that's its like original like designation. And I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I'd really like to go shoot. There's a couple states I'd like to go hunt in. Virginia's one of them. Florida's one of them. I have no idea why. It's so different than anything. Uh, and Alaska, everybody wants to go to Alaska. I don't know. I'm just a deer fool. I don't really care about other stuff.
Well, like I said, you got an open invite anytime. I need help getting rid of them. So
Yeah, man, that'd be fun.
they ate my garden last year, man. I'm still mad.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that might have been what ate my snapdragons. We planted 8 snapdragons in the flagpole bed. My daughter was so excited, and then this
Dude,
morning I went out there and they were all dead.
last year they even ate the ghost peppers. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Seriously,
Seriously.
they
I was
don't
so
go near
mad.
my peppers and tomatoes, but they go crazy for the chestnuts and
Nah, they wiped the whole garden except for the asparagus last year.
yeah, man, the flowers. They eat all our flowers. They don't eat the begonias. They're
Hmm.
safe to plant, uh, but man, they crushed everything else.
Well, I mean,
My
tulips are even
mother-in-law plants
toxic
the
to them when they eat the
flowers.
tulips. They just pull them
I
out of the
know,
ground and you see the bulbs lying there. It's like, you
I
asshole.
know. And marigolds smell like baby diaper, and they eat those too. It's crazy.
Yep. All right, guys, I gotta get downstairs and finish
Yeah,
Brian's
man.
armor. But
Nice
thank y'all
to
so much
nice
for
to
coming.
hit the
Take care,
crap
man.
with you
You guys be
guys.
good.
Thank you
See
guys.
you guys.
Appreciate you.
Take care, man.
Have a good
Thank you.
Thank you.